Welcome back. This week's episode, 1990's Madhouse, was part of the house guest chaos boom of the late 80s and early 90s, such as future episodes The Money Pit, Problem Child, What About Bob, and previous episode House Guest, starring, of course, Goldie Hawn and Steve Martin. These movies were all centered around domestic disasters. Madhouse was arguably one of the wildest of the bunch, basically house guest chaos on overdrive. One of the reasons is because Madhouse was originally written, produced, and acted as an R-rated movie, but then the studio pulled back some of the raunchier aspects so that it could receive the coveted PG-13 rating. Madhouse stars NBC darlings Kirstie Alley from Cheers and John Larroquette from Night Court, with Madhouse being part of Kirstie Alley's megastar portfolio. For his part, John Larroquette filmed Madhouse while winning Emmy after Emmy for his portrayal of public defender Dan Fielding. And for its part, Madhouse featured one of the busiest ensemble disaster casts of its time. While many guest horror movies focus on one troublesome relative, oh no, Madhouse goes all in with in-laws, cousins, unexpected visitors, stray animals, neighbors, kids, some drug stuff, and it's basically a human avalanche. And Madhouse used escalating slapstick in classic 90s style because when something bad happens, the movie's rule was double it, then set it on fire. Then add an immortal cat. And now the house guests who featured prominently in Madhouse are part of a tradition that goes back all the way to the ancient Greeks, who invented the first guest rules called xenia, a strict code of hospitality, even if the guest was entitled, loud, or weird. Basically, Bernice, the ancient Greeks foresaw Bernice and wrote a code against her. They should have shared it with the Bannisters. Today, the modern house guest begins overstaying in about, give or take, 3 days. I think of house guests as the fish rule. After 3 days, house guests and fish begin to stink. And of course, Fred and Bernice originally planned to stay 5 days, so they're already overstaying their welcome and breaking the xenia code. But hey, we've all been a house guest, we've all had house guests, and there are certainly ways to make the house guest experience better for all, and it begins with etiquette on both sides. I'm looking at you, Bernice. If you are hosting, make your guest's space comfy as you can. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give them your bed, and it doesn't mean you have to mail urine to Dr. Penix with an X in New Jersey. It just means that you provide your guest with a place that will be comfy for a night, maybe a few nights. It also means if you are a guest and the only place that fits you is the living room couch, then be gracious, fold your sheets, and don't complain. Acknowledge that maybe you are putting someone out, especially if it's a last minute thing. And again, be gracious, be polite. Don't be entitled. I am still looking right at you, Bernice. Be a guest who brings a gift, such as wine, dessert, or something you know they will love. Also, don't be a skunk by hogging their phone line, destroying their house. Don't get the LAPD and SWAT teams summoned to their home under the guise of a false drug arrest. Just, little things. I think the cardinal rule for being a house guest or being any guest in someone's home, don't arrive early, ever. Early guests trigger panic, cleaning, and emotional distress. Late? Fine, just let your host know. Plane landed early? Fantastic. Browse the airport gift shop or duty-free shop for a gift. Take your time calling an Uber, and as much as possible, keep your stuff contained. Suitcases closed, Personal items put away, clothes folded, because your goal is not to let your belongings become part of the house decor. I'm still looking at you, Bernice. Clean up after yourself as though you're trying to hide evidence. Make the bed, wipe the sink, leave the bathroom as if no humans ever occupied it. Offer to help, but don't force it. Some hosts love help. Others get twitchy if you touch their dishes. Once or twice is fine, then follow their lead. And respect the house rhythms. If people go to bed at 10 p.m., don't be microwaving popcorn at 1 a.m. Personally, I love hosting house guests, dinner guests from friends and family, and I try to provide a space that is comfy and welcoming. I don't expect my guests to follow rigid rules. I love cooking a nice meal and letting everyone relax and enjoy themselves, because that's kind of just what it's all about, right? So let me know in the comments, do you have any funny, interesting, horrific, or otherwise noteworthy house guest experiences, either as the host or the guest? And go ahead and give the subscribe button a jiggle of the handle so you never miss a thing. And be sure to subscribe to the Real Relationships podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. New episodes of the show premiere every Thursday. I can't believe we are already into 2026. Happy New Year on that note. And be sure to follow us on all of the socials. We're, of course, on YouTube, where new episodes of this show premiere every Thursday as well. And we are also on Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, and TikTok. We appreciate our listeners, followers, and subscribers, and we enjoy bringing you great content every day. Stay safe, stay gracious, and we will see you soon.